When you think of a beach, what comes to mind? You probably imagine long stretches of soft, golden sand leading to gentle blue waves. This is a beautiful picture, and many wonderful beaches around the world look just like this. They are places for relaxing, swimming, and enjoying the sun. However, our planet is full of surprises, and some beaches are anything but ordinary. They challenge our idea of what a beach can be. These are places where nature has played the role of a creative artist, using unusual materials and powerful forces to craft landscapes that seem to belong in a dream or a fantasy story. These unique shores inspire us to see the world with fresh eyes and remind us of the incredible diversity of our planet. Imagine walking on sand that is not golden but jet black, bright green, or even a soft shade of pink. Picture a shoreline made not of sand at all, but of billions of tiny, perfectly formed shells, or smooth, colorful pebbles of sea glass. There are beaches hidden inside caves, beaches where hot water bubbles up from beneath the sand, and beaches where icebergs that look like giant diamonds wash ashore. These are not scenes from a movie, they are real places you can visit. Each one tells a fascinating story about geology, biology, or even human history. Exploring them is not just a vacation but an adventure into the heart of what makes our world so wonderfully strange and beautiful. This journey will take us to 15 of the most unique beaches across the globe. We will travel from the icy shores of Iceland to the tropical islands of the Pacific, discovering the science and stories behind these extraordinary landscapes. Some were formed by violent volcanic eruptions, while others were shaped slowly over millions of years by the patient work of the wind and waves. A few even have a surprising connection to human activity, showing how nature can transform our leftovers into something unexpectedly beautiful. This exploration is about more than just seeing pretty places. It is about understanding the powerful forces that shape our world. These special beaches capture the imagination of travelers for a very good reason. They offer an experience that a typical sandy shore cannot. They connect us to the deep history of the Earth, showing us geological time in the form of colorful minerals or massive rock formations. They reveal the magic of the natural world, from microscopic creatures that make the water glow to ancient turtles that come to rest on volcanic sands. Getting to some of these beaches requires a bit of effort, a long hike or a boat trip, which makes the final destination feel even more rewarding. So, let's begin our tour of these natural wonders, the most unique beaches you must visit. Our first stop is a beach that feels like a secret, hidden away from the world. In the beautiful Algarve region of Portugal, you can find the Benagil Sea Cave Beach. This is not a long, open shoreline but a small, golden-sanded beach located entirely inside a magnificent sea cave. The cave has been carved out of the limestone cliffs by the ocean over many, many years. Looking up, you will see a large, circular hole in the ceiling, often called the Eye. Sunlight streams through this opening, lighting up the sand and the turquoise water below, creating a truly magical atmosphere. It feels like stepping into a natural cathedral, a private paradise sculpted by the sea itself. Because it is completely enclosed by rock, you cannot simply walk to Benagil Sea Cave Beach. The only way to reach this hidden gem is from the water. Many visitors choose to take a boat tour, while more adventurous people might rent a kayak or a paddleboard to get there. Swimming to the cave is also possible for strong swimmers, as the entrance is not far from the main Benagil beach. Once inside, the sounds of the ocean echo off the curved, layered walls of the cave, making the experience feel even more special. It is a perfect example of how the relentless power of the waves can create something so delicate and beautiful over time. From the hidden cave of Portugal, we travel across the world to a beach famous for its dazzling appearance, Whitehaven Beach in Australia. Located on Whitsunday Island near the incredible Great Barrier Reef, this beach is known for having some of the purest sand on Earth. The sand here is made of 98% pure silica, which gives it a brilliant, almost glowing white color. This special sand is also incredibly fine and soft, feeling more like powder or flour under your feet than typical beach sand. It is so pure that it does not get hot, so you can comfortably walk on it even on the sunniest and hottest of days. The 7-kilometer stretch of Whitehaven Beach is a breathtaking sight, especially when viewed from above at Hill Inlet. Here, the tide pushes the turquoise water and the white silica sand together, creating incredible swirling patterns of blue and white. It looks like a giant natural watercolor painting. There is a local legend that the sand is so fine and pure that NASA used it to make the lens for the Hubble Space Telescope. While this story might not be true, it highlights just how special the sand is. Visiting Whitehaven Beach feels like stepping onto another planet where the sand is whiter and the water is clearer than you ever thought possible. Now let's explore beaches that get their fame from their stunning and unusual colors. Our first colorful destination is the Pink Sand Beach on Harbor Island in the Bahamas. Just as its name suggests, the sand here has a beautiful, soft pink color, like cotton candy. The beach stretches for over 5 kilometers along the island's coast, and the contrast between the pale pink sand and the bright turquoise water is absolutely stunning. It's one of the most photographed and beloved beaches in the Caribbean, offering a gentle and romantic atmosphere that is hard to find anywhere else. The island itself is very peaceful, with charming pastel-colored houses and very little traffic. The amazing pink color of the sand has a fascinating scientific explanation. It comes from thousands and thousands of tiny marine creatures called foraminifera. These microscopic organisms have reddish-pink shells. They live on the coral reefs that surround the island. When these creatures die, their tiny shells are washed to the shore by the waves. They then get crushed and mixed in with the white sand and bits of coral, giving the entire beach its signature rosy hue. It's a wonderful example of how even the smallest living things in the ocean can have a huge and beautiful impact on the world we see. From the soft pinks of the Bahamas, we journey to the Pacific to find a beach with a much rarer and more surprising color. On the big island of Hawaii, at its southernmost point, lies Papacolia Green Sand Beach. This is one of only a few green sand beaches in the entire world. The sand gets its olive green color from a special mineral called olivine. This mineral is a type of gemstone and it is full of iron and magnesium. When you look at the sand up close, you can see the tiny, sparkling green crystals. Walking on this beach feels like you are walking on a shore made of precious stones. The story of this green sand begins with a volcano. Nearly 50,000 years ago, a volcano named Pu'umahana erupted, creating the cove where the beach is now located. The lava from this volcano was very rich in olivine crystals. Over thousands of years, the ocean waves have eroded the volcanic cone, washing the lava rock onto the shore. The waves are strong enough to wash away the lighter black lava sand, but the heavier, denser olivine crystals are left behind. This natural sorting process is what creates the beach's unique green color. Getting to Papacolia requires a difficult hike of over 4 kilometers, but the reward is a truly unforgettable sight. Some of the world's most unique beaches are not easy to find. They are nature's best-kept secrets. One of the most famous examples is Playa del Amor, also known as the Hidden Beach, in Mexico. Located in the Marietta Islands near Puerto Vallarta, this beach is completely hidden from view from the outside. It sits inside a large, open crater in the rock, with the blue sky visible above. The only way to get to this secret paradise is to swim or kayak through a short 30-meter tunnel that connects the beach to the open ocean. It feels like you are discovering a lost world. The origin of this incredible place is a surprising story. It is widely believed that the giant hole that created the hidden beach was not made by nature alone. In the early 1900s, the Mexican government used the uninhabited Marietta Islands for military testing. It is thought that an accidental explosion from a bomb test created the massive opening in the rock, revealing the beautiful beach underneath. Today, the islands are a protected national park. To protect the fragile environment and its amazing marine life, including dolphins and sea turtles, the number of visitors allowed each day is very limited. This makes a visit to the hidden beach an even more special and exclusive experience. From a hidden beach made by man, we travel to one sculpted entirely by nature's hand, Praia das Catedrais, or Cathedral Beach in the Galicia region of Spain. This beach gets its name from its incredible rock formations. Over millions of years, the powerful wind and waves of the Atlantic Ocean have carved massive arches and caves into the cliffs along the coast. Some of these natural arches are over 30 meters high and they look just like the flying buttresses and vaulted ceilings of a giant Gothic cathedral. Walking among them is a truly humbling experience, making you feel small in the face of nature's immense power and artistry. The magic of Cathedral Beach is only revealed for a few hours each day. The entire beach, including the arches and caves, is only accessible during low tide. When the tide is high, the ocean floods the area, and the magnificent rock structures are partially or completely submerged under the water. This means visitors must plan their trip carefully to be able to walk on the sand and explore the cathedral. It is a powerful reminder of the constant change and rhythm of the ocean. Each low tide reveals this temporary art gallery, and each high tide washes it clean, waiting for the next group of visitors to discover its wonders. Our journey now takes us to two beaches that are defined by their dramatic sculptures, one made of ice and the other of ancient stone. First, we head to the cold, starkly beautiful landscape of Iceland to visit Jökulsárlón Beach, more famously known as Diamond Beach. This beach is located right next to a large glacial lagoon. Giant pieces of ice break off from a nearby glacier, float through the lagoon, and are then carried out to the sea. The waves then push these icebergs back onto the shore. The result is a surreal and breathtaking scene, a beach covered in glistening chunks of ice that look like giant uncut diamonds scattered across the sand. What makes Diamond Beach so visually stunning is the incredible contrast. The sand on the beach is jet black, made from volcanic rock. Against this dark background, the icebergs, which can be crystal clear, milky white, or even a brilliant shade of blue, truly stand out. The shapes and sizes of the ice diamonds are always changing, as new pieces wash ashore and old ones melt away. This means that every visit to the beach is a unique experience. Visiting at sunrise or sunset is particularly magical, as the low light shines through the ice, making it glow with color. Diamond Beach is not just beautiful, it is also a powerful symbol of climate change, as the melting glacier is the source of all its icy jewels. From the icy wonders of the north we travel to the warm tropical paradise of the Seychelles, an island nation in the Indian Ocean. Here on the island of La Digue we find Anse Source d'Argent. This beach is often called one of the most beautiful in the world, and for good reason. It is famous for its perfect combination of soft white sand, incredibly clear turquoise water, and something truly special: huge weathered granite boulders. These massive rocks are scattered along the shoreline and in the shallow water. They have been smoothed and sculpted into beautiful curved shapes by millions of years of wind and rain. The granite boulders at Anse Source d'Argent give the beach a prehistoric and otherworldly feel. They create small secluded coves, providing a sense of privacy and discovery as you explore the coastline. The rocks change color throughout the day, glowing with warm pink and orange tones in the light of the rising and setting sun. The water here is very calm and shallow, protected from the open ocean by a nearby coral reef. This makes it a perfect place for swimming and snorkeling. Anse Source d'Argent is a masterpiece of natural design where hard, ancient stone and soft, gentle sand come together in perfect harmony. Some beaches are not static, they are alive, constantly changing with the forces of nature. A perfect example of this is Zlatni Rat Beach in Croatia. Located on the island of Brač, its name translates to golden horn, which perfectly describes its shape. It is a narrow spit of white pebbles that sticks out for about half a kilometer into the deep blue Adriatic Sea. It is a stunning sight, a golden white triangle pointing out into the water. The beach is surrounded by a cool pine forest where you can even find the ruins of an ancient Roman villa, adding a touch of history to this natural wonder. What makes Zlatni Rat truly unique is that its shape is not fixed. The very tip of the beach actually moves and changes direction. This is caused by the powerful winds and sea currents that flow through the channel. Depending on the direction of the wind, whether it is the Jugo wind from the south or the Mistral wind from the west, the tip of the golden horn will bend to one side or the other. It is a living beach, constantly being reshaped by the invisible forces around it. For visitors, this means the beach they see one day might look slightly different the next, a fascinating display of nature in action. From a beach that changes its shape, we move to one that changes its appearance when the sun goes down. In the Maldives, on the small island of Vadu, you can witness a phenomenon that looks like something from a fantasy movie. The beach here is famous for what is called the Sea of Stars. At night, the water along the shoreline begins to glow with a magical, bright blue light. Every time a wave breaks or you step in the water, it sparkles with thousands of tiny points of light, mirroring the starry sky above. It is an enchanting and surreal experience that feels truly magical. This beautiful glowing light is not magic, but biology. It is a natural process called bioluminescence. The light is created by microscopic organisms in the water called dinoflagellates. These tiny plankton produce light as a defense mechanism when they are disturbed or agitated, such as by the motion of the waves or a foot splashing in the water. The best time to see this incredible natural light show is usually from late summer to the end of the year. Vadu Beach is a stunning reminder that the ocean is full of life and mystery, with wonders that are only revealed in the darkness of night. The origins of a beach's sand can tell a dramatic story. On the big island of Hawaii, Punalu'u Black Sand Beach offers a direct connection to the island's fiery volcanic heart. The sand here is not white or golden, it is a deep, jet black color. This striking sand is created when hot lava from the nearby Kilauea volcano flows into the cold ocean water. The sudden change in temperature causes the lava to cool instantly and explode into tiny fragments, which are then washed ashore by the waves. Walking on this beach feels like stepping onto a different world, with the dark sand creating a dramatic contrast against the blue ocean and the green palm trees that line the shore. Punalu'u Beach is not just famous for its black sand, it is also a very important place for wildlife. It is a favorite resting spot for Hawaiian green sea turtles, known as honu. These large, gentle creatures are often seen basking on the warm black sand, soaking up the sun. It is an amazing sight to see these ancient animals resting peacefully on the shore. In Hawaiian culture, the honu are considered sacred, and visitors are reminded to keep a respectful distance. The beach is a protected sanctuary, a place where the powerful forces of creation and the gentle rhythms of life exist side by side. From a beach created by nature's fire, we turn to one created by human waste, which nature has transformed into something beautiful, Glass Beach in Fort Bragg, California. For almost 60 years, from 1906 to 1967, this area was a public dump. People threw all kinds of trash over the cliffs and into the ocean, including glass bottles, car parts, and old appliances. It was a messy and polluted sight. However, after the dump was finally closed and cleanup efforts began, the ocean started its own amazing recycling project. The constant pounding of the waves began to break down the discarded glass. Over many decades, the powerful surf tumbled and smoothed the broken pieces of glass, turning the sharp edges into soft, rounded, colorful pebbles. Today, the beach is covered in this beautiful sea glass, which sparkles in the sun like millions of tiny jewels. You can find pebbles of all colors, green from old soda bottles, blue from medicine containers, and clear from window panes. The beach is now part of a state park, and visitors are asked not to take the glass so that everyone can enjoy this unique and colorful shore. Glass Beach is a powerful lesson in how nature can heal and create beauty from our mistakes. Sometimes the most unique features of a beach are made from the remnants of life itself. In Western Australia, inside the Shark Bay UNESCO World Heritage Site, you will find a beach that is truly one of a kind. It is called Shell Beach, and as the name suggests, it is made entirely of shells. This is not just a beach with a few shells mixed in with the sand. The entire shoreline, stretching for over 60 kilometers, is made of billions and billions of tiny white shells. In some places, these shell deposits are up to 10 meters deep. It is a dazzling sight, a seemingly endless expanse of pure white against the turquoise water. The reason for this incredible accumulation of shells is the unique environment of the bay. The water in this part of Shark Bay is extremely salty, even saltier than the open ocean. This high salinity makes it difficult for most marine creatures to survive. However, one small type of cockle, the Frogum eragatum, has adapted perfectly to these conditions. With few natural predators, these cockles have thrived and multiplied for thousands of years. As they die, their shells wash ashore, creating the remarkable landscape we see today. It is a stunning example of how life can flourish, even in the most extreme environments. From a beach of shells, we travel to a coast where the cliffs themselves provide the color. Pfeiffer Beach, located in the ruggedly beautiful region of Big Sur, California, is famous for a very unusual feature: patches of purple sand. The sand is not purple everywhere but appears in beautiful streaks and swirls, especially after it has rained. This magical color comes from a mineral called manganese garnet. The cliffs and hills surrounding the beach are rich in this mineral. Over time, erosion from rain and wind washes the tiny garnet particles down from the cliffs and onto the beach, where they mix with the regular sand. The purple hues can range from a light lavender to a deep violet, creating a painterly effect on the shore. Besides its colorful sand, Pfeiffer Beach is also known for a spectacular rock formation called Keyhole Arch. This is a massive rock with a natural archway carved through its center. During a few special days in the winter, around the time of the winter solstice, the setting sun aligns perfectly with the keyhole. For a few minutes, a brilliant beam of golden light shines through the arch, creating a breathtaking and highly sought-after photographic moment. Pfeiffer Beach is a place of rare and fleeting beauty, a true gem on the California coast. Our journey across the globe has shown us that a beach can be so much more than just sand and water. From the glowing shores of the Maldives to the icy diamonds of Iceland, and from the hidden craters of Mexico to the colorful sands of Hawaii, these 15 unique beaches are some of the planet's most spectacular natural art galleries. Each one is a masterpiece, crafted by different forces: the fire of volcanoes, the slow pressure of time, the power of the ocean, the biology of tiny creatures, and even the unintended consequences of human action. They are living museums that tell the incredible story of our Earth in a way that is both beautiful and easy to understand. These extraordinary places inspire travelers because they offer a sense of wonder and discovery. They challenge our expectations and show us the world in a new light. Visiting them is not just about taking a beautiful photograph, it is about experiencing the raw power and creativity of nature firsthand. Walking on black volcanic sand where sea turtles rest, digging your own hot spring by the ocean's edge, or standing inside a sea cave cathedral are experiences that stay with you forever. They connect us to the planet on a deeper level and remind us that there are still mysteries and magic to be found in the world. These beaches are also powerful reminders of how fragile our environment is. The green sand at Papacalia is a finite resource left from an ancient volcano. The glowing plankton in the Maldives depend on clean water to survive, and the icebergs on Diamond Beach are a direct result of our planet's changing climate. They teach us that these beautiful places need our protection and respect. They encourage us to be more mindful travelers, to appreciate the delicate balance of nature, and to preserve these wonders for future generations to experience and be inspired by. Ultimately, the allure of these unique beaches lies in their ability to spark our curiosity and imagination. They push us to explore further, to ask questions about how they were formed, and to appreciate the incredible diversity of landscapes our world has to offer. They are not just destinations on a map, they are invitations to an adventure. They prove that the greatest artist of all is nature itself, and its galleries are open to anyone with a desire to explore. So the next time you dream of a beach, perhaps you will picture one that is green, purple, black, or even glowing in the dark.